This is the book which looks big but won't be that big when it's printed. Is going to offer to all the Sahajogis so that they read and find out what's wrong and what we have to do. In the preface I have written, actually I did not want to write a book of this kind. I am a person who is in complete joy of divinity. This is all pervading joy of divine love, and I wanted everybody to enjoy it. Especially in the West, I saw there are many seekers of truth. There are many scientists who have written voluminous books about consciousness, about awareness. One can give a list of them. But all these books really vary you completely because they do not emit any knowledge of the ultimate truth. I don't want to criticize them. After all, whatever they are doing constitutes honest research. But why not also give a chance to this new discovery which is being made? Why not humble down to see what is beyond this mind which gives you all this artificial intelligence? It is extremely difficult for me to write about the problems of Western life. It is like a tree which has grown outside. This is now to be pushed towards the roots and made to grow inside. It is only by going deep inside that we can find out what the problems of the Western civilization are. This book is specially meant for the Western people, but unfortunately I have never studied any Western language before. English is one of the blessings of the British given to India when they ruled our country. But there too, unfortunately, I studied in a vernacular school and later on in a medical college where there is no question of learning this language. English, which is today universally accepted, especially in the West, This book is no way to show any flowery language or to show any literary talent of mine. It is just a straightforward statement of facts which I know, which I want to communicate with the Western world. I would request people not to waste their time in finding faults with my English because that is not my mother tongue and I never studied it. Unfortunately, I could not get anybody else to write for me because it had to be written by me personally. The most difficult part is to convince a human being that in the entire creation, he is the most highly evolved being, that he is capable of becoming a glorious personality, a beautiful, peaceful angel. To tell him about the problems of modern times is not a very good way of convincing him about what the human beings truly are. There has been so much demeaning of human beings, so much of degradation in their value system, that I thought that unless and until I go to the roots of the problems, it won't be easy to explain why they should break away from their present shackles in order to evolve and ascend. One has to tell frankly what the problems are and what the real solutions are. Frankly, there is no peace within human beings nor without. The poor and the rich alike are unhappy. Everywhere people are groping for solutions. At the artificial level, the intellectual can work out certain problems about things that we see around in jeopardy. But while a few problems may be resolved in this way, others arise. True solution lies not in the material circumstances outside human beings, but inside the human beings. Inside the human beings themselves. True and lasting solution to present ills can be found only by inner collective transformation of human beings. This is not an impossibility. In fact, it has already happened. There are so many thousands and thousands. There are so many thousands and thousands who have actually achieved this state. The reality of Ama's inner transformation of human beings by self-realization is the most revolutionary discovery of the present age. But so far, very few governments have accepted this discovery, especially in America, England, France, Italy, or Germany. The Pope, who himself is supposed to be in charge of religion, meets false gurus, but he will never meet me or talk to me, though I have met him before he was elected to this job of a Pope. This is not my job, this is not my work, but it is a spontaneous desire of the divine that this should be brought in full swing, so that human beings are raised to a higher state of consciousness by which they can realize what they are, so that they can appreciate and glorify themselves. To me, human beings are like the deities who are still in stone form and who can be transformed with Kundalini awakening into angels. I wish with this book I will not hurt people. On the contrary, I hope to be able to get many more people for this great work of Sahaja Yoga by which they can achieve their ultimate. I have to use humor because by nature I am very humorous, and I see humor in every kind of incident, which people sometimes take very seriously. It is too much for a mother to talk about the ills of her children, but unless and until that is faced, I don't think the children can ever get their benevolence and can reach their ultimate goal, which is their self-realization. So I would ask all of you not to get angry with me, but to understand that out of my tremendous compassion and love, I have written this book for the benevolence of the people, with whatever English I can use, with whatever literature I can use, with whatever style I could adopt. Thank you very much. This is just a preface. Just to introduce this book, I thought better be apologetic so that nobody gets angry to begin with. But the book has come out well, I think, and we are thinking of printing it somewhere and getting it done in a proper way. So I think it might be ready by 1 or 2 months' time, and maybe that in Diwali Puja, I can't say when, depends on how they print it. The first edition will be only for Sahaja Yogis. May God bless. लगा दो इसमें काफ़ी मुझ करती है इस वाले में है शायद The title of the book is क्या title है? What title है? हाँ? Modern peace. नहीं, modern era. Meta-modern.
Meta-modern era.
It is called as Meta-modern era. Meta-modern era.